All right, good afternoon, everyone. All right, go ahead and ignore that file real quick. I'm going to go ahead and make it start over again. All right, and then I'm going to add it back. All right, and whenever you're ready, come up to the front of your mat, come into mound pose. And we'll get started. And all right, and go ahead and inhale out and up. Fold forward, exhale. Lift the chest, step back, plank chaturanga. Upward facing dog, and down dog. Few deep breaths. And look forward, walk forward, lift the chest. Fold forward. And come on back up. Back into mountain pose. All right, and then you can pause the video. You can do a couple more sun salutations if you'd like, and work on the standing poses, starting with triangle pose. So let's do left toes in, right toes out. It's funny, I remember Andy and Lubob being in this class, and I don't remember what we were joking about. And then go ahead and reach the left arm out, or right arm out, and come in a triangle. Few deep breaths. And come on up. And switch to the other side. Reach the left arm out, come onto the blocks. Come on up. Few deep breaths. And come on up. And we'll go ahead and do the revolve triangle. Step the feet wide. Right arm up, forward and across. Rotate, other arm up. Few deep breaths. Take your time. And come on up, and we'll switch sides. You can wind the feet if you'd like. I know that's usually my preference to get some good stability. And twist across. Few deep breaths. Keep pressing through that back heel. And come on up, and we'll wind the feet closer to the wingspan width, or however wide you're comfortable going. Let's do right toes in, left toes out, bend the knee. Forearm on thigh, reach the other arm up. You can reach across the ear if you'd like. You can stay here. You can come onto the block if you'd like. Whatever feels good to you today. Few deep breaths. And come on up, and we'll switch sides. Bend the knee. Reach up. You can stay here. You can come onto the block. Few deep breaths. And come on up. And we'll go ahead and kneel down. And let's start with the right knee forward. Twist across. Yep, you can stay here. You can come into the lunge if you'd like. And sometimes when I'm working on that lunge a little more, I like to do lifting and lowering. That's a nice strength workout. And you can build up to lifting and lowering 5 times. And we'll switch sides, left knee forward, right arm hooks across. Open the chest. Few deep breaths. And let it go. Come back up to standing. We'll do our wide-legged forward folds. Feet wide, hands down, and you can always bring blocks down here if you'd like. Usually the wider the feet are, the easier this is. I like to warm up the inner thighs by rocking back and forth. And whenever you're ready to come into the full pose, relax the head back. You can look down if it's not comfortable to look behind you, or look behind you, walk the hands back, press the hands in the mat to get a little more stretch in the back thighs. Few deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, come on up and we'll do the B position. Squeeze the elbows together. Keep squeezing the elbows together as you relax the head down. Few deep breaths. And my glasses always like to fall off during this pose for some reason. And come on up. And then we'll do the shoulder stretch. So go ahead and interlace the fingers behind the back. Press the knuckles away. Lift the chest. And come on forward. Give Andy a helping hand here. Few deep breaths. And then we'll press the palms away. Fold forward. Few deep breaths. All right, and go ahead, and I like to start with the feet hip width apart. And then we'll step the right foot out, face the back wall. Yep, you can grab opposite elbows, or you can bring the hands together behind the low back. And then square the chest over that right thigh. Look at the right big toe, fold forward, check on the knee, little bend. I know I have the ability to hyperextend, and that never ends well. So I try to avoid it. A few deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, come up. And you can either turn around, or I'm just going to switch the legs. Both are correct. And go ahead and twist over the left thigh. Little bend in the knee. Look at the big toe. A few deep breaths. And come on up. Release the hands. Step the feet together. All right, time for our balance work. I know it's our favorite part, right? So let's check on the left toes. Make sure the middle of the knee lines up between second and third toe. Lift and lower the right leg. Warming up. And remember, you can always take the gaze up. You can always blink or keep the eyes closed to keep challenging your balance. And we're lifting and extending. 3, 2, one more. Awesome. Out to the side. Lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, one more. And lift, extend. Balance wasn't good for me today. 4 more. 3, 2, one more. Go back to center. Lift, extend, reach back. 4 more. Lift, extend, reach back. 3, 2, one more. Yeah, balance is just always a work in progress. That's okay. And grab the right knee. And whenever you're ready, out to the side. And you can always grab the big toe if you want more of a challenge, or you can bring a strap around the front of the foot. Both are good. Few deep breaths. Back to center, point the toe. Almost there. And let it go, nice job. I always feel it in the thighs, but it's good, strong hips. And we'll do the left leg, lift and lower. Check on those right toes, make sure they're pointing forward. 3, 2, one more. And lift, extend. Yes, you know what to do. 4 more. Good. 3, 2, one more. Out to the side, lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Lift, extend. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, one more. Back to center. Lift, extend, reach back. Good. 4 more. I know this one is never easy. 3, 2, good. 1 more. All right, and now we'll lift and hold the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whenever you're ready, out to the side. Knee or big toe, maybe a strap. It's all good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. I must have counted faster. Almost there. And let it go. Whew, check. We got our strength in. All right, and then a little more balance work. So let's bring the blocks up. You can drag the mat toward the wall if you want, so you have that traction from the mat. And go ahead and give yourself plenty of distance between the foot and the blocks, so you have a bit of a wider base of support. And stand about legs distance away from the wall. So take a moment to find that wherever you are and kind of negotiate whatever you got to move out of your way. Good. And we'll do half moon. So we'll start with the right leg forward, right hand on the right block. Slowly rotate the chest up. And for that foot on the wall, you can point it out to the side. That can help rotate the hips. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you don't have to do it. It's just an option. Maybe look up. Maybe open and close the eyes to challenge your balance. All right, and come on back. And we'll do left foot forward. And other side. Making sure you have plenty of space between that left hand on the block and that left foot. Right leg goes up. You can point the toes out. Keep pressing in the wall. And whenever you're ready, rotate up. Few deep breaths. All right, and let it go. And this is another one where that lifting and lowering of the back leg is a great strength exercise if you don't feel comfortable holding it up the whole time. And we'll do warrior 3 practice. So starting with the right foot forward again, left foot at the wall, keep pressing that back foot on the wall. And there's a few balance things I like to do. One of them is just moving the arms around. One of them is just lightly lifting the hand off the block back and forth. So it's all about what feels right for you. What's a good challenge? And nice job, let it go. It's definitely a good workout. You will feel it. And left leg forward, right leg back, press the leg in the wall. And the same idea. You can go back and forth with the hands. You can reach forward to the side back. Just playing around with that balance. You can take the gaze down or forward. I find forward a little easier. Some people find down easier. It's okay. And let it go. And go ahead and back up to the wall. Let's do tree pose. And so this is another one where backing up to the wall can be nice. You can also stand sideways to the wall. It's all about whatever feels more supportive for you. And then place the foot. You can either kickstand the foot, place it on the calf or the upper thigh. As long as it feels okay in the knee, you can bring the hands to center. You can reach them together and up or widen up. You can take the gaze up. You can open and close the eyes. Whatever feels good to you. And come on down. We'll do the other side. Yep, shift the weight into that left leg. Pick the right leg up. You can bring the hands to center. You can bring them up. You can widen the hands. You can take the gaze up. You can open and close the eyes. Whatever is a good challenge for you. And come on down. And we'll step away. Give ourselves just a couple inches away from the wall so that you can always reach back for it. And again, you can stand to the side of the wall. That's a nice way to do this where it's still there. You can kind of use your elbow or like a pinky finger to give yourself that reassurance. You know, and place that left foot wherever you'd like. Kickstand, calf or thigh. Reach the arms on up. Maybe challenge your balance. Maybe look up or open and close the eyes. And we'll do the right side. Right foot kickstands, calf or upper thigh. Bring the hands to center or reach up. And then whatever balance challenges you would like. And let it go. Nice job. Shake it off. All right. And then we're going to meet down. You can pause the video if you want to do chair pose. And we'll go ahead and bring that right foot back. Twist over the left thigh. Come forward. And you can sit on any support you'd like to make this comfortable in the hips or skip it if your knees just aren't going to do that. That's fine. And you can lean forward. You can bring a strap around the foot. You can grab the foot with the hands. And I like to look forward to keep that upper back more honest. All right, and come on back. Right leg forward, left leg back. Twist over that right thigh. Come on forward. And again, you can use a strap if you'd like. You can grab even the calf if you want. You can grab the foot. You can look forward. All right, bend the knees, blocks in. Lift the hips and step back. Plank chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And down dog. And you can always skip this if you ever want to break, no big deal. And walk forward, come through. And go ahead and bring that right foot in the inner thigh. Twist over the left thigh. Come on forward. A few deep breaths. This is really good for some of the diagonal muscles of our low back, the quadratus lumborum. And we'll go ahead and do tricep push-ups between sides. Again, you can skip this if you'd like. Otherwise, lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Awesome. Off to the side. Left leg in. Twist a little bit over that right thigh. Look forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Let go. And go ahead and bend the knees, blocks in. Lift the hips and step back. Plank chaturanga. Tops the feet down, upward facing dog. And curl the back toes under, lift the hips, down dog. And come into plank, walk forward. Come on through. And then you can either sit on the heel or lacrosse ball under that right leg, or that left leg, right leg in. Twist a little bit over the left thigh, come forward. Few deep breaths. Nice job. Move that lacrosse ball out of the way. We'll bring the blocks in, lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Good. All right, and go ahead and bring the lacrosse ball under that right thigh. Left leg in. Twist a little bit over the thigh. Few deep breaths. All right, and go move that lacrosse ball out of the way. And we'll go ahead and take a break. Take care of the feet. You can do little circles under the ankle, the ball of the foot, the inside or outside arch. And if you don't have a lacrosse ball, that's fine. You can use a tennis ball or anything else that gives that same kind of massagey type thing. A baseball would probably work all right. And we'll get the top of the foot. Around the ankles. The other ankle. Go ahead and move the lacrosse ball off to the side. Bring the foot across. You can wiggle fingers between toes if you'd like, or just grab the toes and circle the ankle. Every little bit of mobility. Keep it moving nicely. And reverse. And whenever you're ready, you can pull the toes back, press them forward, back, and forward. And let it go. And whenever you're ready, move to the other foot. Whatever feels good under that left foot. And we'll get the top of the foot. Around the ankles. Other ankle. And we'll move the lacrosse ball to the side. Bring the foot across. Maybe wiggle fingers between toes. And circle the ankle. And reverse. And pull the toes back. Press them forward, back, and forward. Nice job, let go. And go ahead and sit up on the blocks. We'll do that deeper ankle stretch. And so if your ankles are particularly mobile, you may not need the blocks. That's totally cool. And go ahead and bring that left leg in. Rotate the heel up. It's very toe crunchy. The knee can stay up or come down. It's all about whatever. One side's usually a little more flexible than the other, and that's okay. Square the chest over that right thigh. And let it go. And we'll bring the right leg in, lift up the heel, rotate it in, twist a little bit. Few deep breaths, stretching out the bottom of the foot. All right, and let it go. We'll move those blocks out of the way again. And bring that right leg in. And down the right knee, left arm reaches behind the back. You can grab a strap if you'd like here, or just reach for each other. It doesn't particularly matter. I'm going to help Andy with the strap real quick. And lean forward over that left thigh. Pull the toes in. Few deep breaths. And then we'll go ahead and switch sides. Right leg forward, left leg in. Wrap the left arm around the left knee. I must have helped Andy into that one first, so you'll have to pause and give it a second. Tricep push-ups if you'd like. Oops, I totally did the same side twice. Go ahead and switch sides, though. Whichever side you did first, do the other one. Few deep breaths. And you can always lean forward to make this a little deeper. All right, and go ahead and bend the knees, blocks in. Lift the hips, step back, plank chaturanga. Or take a break. Either way is fine. Upward facing dog. And down dog. Go ahead and look forward, walk forward. Come on through. And we'll do the B position. So a couple options. Some of us are able to just bring that right leg under, left leg up, and wrap that left arm around the knee. Or for some people, it's easier to start on your knees and then step that left leg forward and then wrap around. Because I know for some people, it just depends on what feels better in your knees. Sometimes having the foot straight back is easier than out to the side. It's fine. This is all about a low back stretch. Few deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, let it go. We'll do tricep push-ups between sides. We only have 2 more rounds of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Awesome. Off to the side. All right, I'm going to demo on the knees. Bring that right knee forward. And again, that left knee can be straight with the left foot facing back or off to the side. Either one's fine. Right arm around the right knee. Relax the head down. Nice low back stretch. Few deep breaths. And let it go. Bend the knees. Blocks in. And lift the hips. Step back. Plank chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. So sad. I think this is the last push-up of class. Oh well, you can always pause and do more if you want. And go ahead and come forward and through. And we'll do Marichyasana. So go ahead and bring that right knee in. And we'll bring the left arm across. Hook over. And you can stay there. Or if you want more, you can wrap that arm around and reach the right arm behind the back. Tall thoughts. Few deep breaths. And here we never really want to force it. There's no sense in forcing the back to do more twisting than it wants to do. You'll naturally get more flexible just from doing it regularly. And last set, tricep push-ups. Let it go. Blocks in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Awesome. Out of the way. And left knee in. Man, I don't remember asking Alexa anything. And go ahead and bring that left arm around. You can reach right arm behind the back. Gaze over the opposite shoulder. Few deep breaths. And let it go. And we'll do boat pose. So you can always bring some support under the hips if that feels better to you. Squeeze the legs together, squeeze the knees together. You can keep the feet on the floor or lift up. Keep the chest lifted. That's the key to this pose. Reach the arms forward. All right. Little break or strength challenge. You can lift up. And you can bend the knees. You can try doing that L-sit like I just did. It's all good. And lift the knees. We'll do 2 more. Squeeze the legs together, point the toes, arms forward. Few deep breaths, keep the chest lifted. Lots of work for both the hip flexors and the core. It's a great combo. And lift something up. Or take a break, no big deal. And last one, come on up. Lift the chest, few deep breaths. You can work to strain the legs if you'd like. It looks kind of funny here. I should have done a side view for that one. Maybe next time. And lift up. Good. All right, we're done with those strength challenges. So we'll take a little break, just do some more hip stretches. And so this is Kormasana, the tortoise pose. Go ahead and bend the knees, reach the arms under, and you try to get the elbows under the knees or a little bit past the knees. Reach the arms out, extend the legs forward, and keep looking forward to help keep that upper back honest. Few deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, untortoise yourself and go ahead and bring the feet up on the block. And this is another one where if you're more flexible than me in this department, you may not need the block. I like it, but your choice. And then you can wrap the arms either under the feet or you can reach back and try to touch the hands above the low back. Just depending on what feels better to you. All right, and we'll take the arms wide, move the blocks out of the way. Let's do right forearm on the right thigh, left arm up, reach across, rotate the chest, look up. Another good stretch for that low back, especially since those quadratus muscles attach to the top of the hip. So it often feels really good for me to stretch these muscles. And come on back, and we'll do the other side, left forearm on left thigh, right arm up, rotate the chest. And if you'd like more, you can always reach that bottom hand toward the feet, and that top hand also toward that left foot. It's no big deal. And then we'll do that inner thigh stretch. Walk the hands forward. Few deep breaths. All right, and then we'll do a little bit of a hip strength challenge. Go ahead and lift the legs, lift the chest. You can grab the knees, you can grab the big toes. Few deep breaths. All right, and let it go. And then we'll go ahead and get ready for all our up against the wall stuff. So you can go ahead and grab the 2 oval blocks if you prefer those. You can work on shoulder stand without the oval blocks if you want. It doesn't really matter. I like these guys to support the low back. I wish I could remember what Andy was joking about, because I do remember it being funny. But anyway, whenever you're ready, come on back and make sure you have enough room behind you so that those legs don't get kind of stuck if you're wanting to walk down the wall. And then go ahead and lay back and lift the hips, and we'll bring the blocks together under the low back. And you want to feel like it's supporting your lumbar curve. So you can do that, or you can do without. I'm going to go ahead and show from the side view because otherwise it's really hard to see what I'm doing. For those online, that is. All right. And you can take a moment, move your hair out of the way, lift the shoulders, tuck the shoulder blades down the back, and then lift the legs up. You can point and flex the toes. That can feel really nice. It's a nice little nerve stretch for the thighs. And here to get that low back stretch, you can always reach one leg back and then the other. Or if you're ready for more, you can lift the hips off the blocks and grab the low back. And bring the low back over the shoulders. Reach the toes down. You can stay here, or you can interlace the fingers and reach the knuckles away toward the flourish. And it's nice when you have the wall back behind you, because then you don't have to get your feet all the way to the floor to give your muscles a break. And whenever you'd like, bend the knees toward the ears-ish. And again, you can keep the knuckles reaching away. You can keep the hands on the low back if it makes you feel more stable. And if you're up for it, we'll do one more little challenge. Go ahead and come back into shoulder stand, cross the legs. You can cross the legs into lotus if you'd like. Right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. Reach the knees away and try to strain the arms. All right, and then if you want one more stretch here, you can hug the knees in the chest and then gently roll down. And we'll do our supported fish pose. So if this is particularly easy for you, you can always use the cork block instead, or you can just stick with the oval block. You can have any support you need for the head. I'm going to use a blanket today. You can always do a blanket on top of a block if you'd like. It just has to work for you. And you can keep the knees bent, or you can extend the legs forward. Doesn't particularly matter. It's like I know here I always have to set a timer to keep me honest. Make sure I don't leave anyone in fish pose for 5 or 10 minutes by accident. Few deep breaths. And you can stay here. You can interlace the fingers, press the palms up, maybe guide pinky fingers behind the head if you'd like. They don't have to reach the floor. You just want a nice little shoulder stretch. And bring the arms back by your sides. Bend the knees, place the feet on the mat, tuck the chin and chest, come away from the oval block. We'll move it out of the way. And then you can either do our sort of down dog strength challenges for headstand, or you can do whichever version of headstand you'd like, or forearm balance. To do the block one, bring one block on the high level, about 1 inch away from the wall, and the other block perpendicular. I'm going to show you a couple of the strength challenges I particularly enjoy. So one of them, I enjoy just like lifting one leg up, slowly lifting the other. You can bend the knees, hug the knees in the chest. You can try coming into that halfway down and back up. Just again, slowly cultivating that sense of where our body is in space even when we're upside down. Because I know the first few times that I practiced headstand and was learning, I felt like in theory I academically knew where I was, but I didn't feel it very well. And so it took a long time for me to get that sense of where my body was in space. I'm going to give Blue Bob a little hand real quick. And so you do whichever strength challenge you'd like. And again, for the down dog one, you can always come into down dog, come onto your forearms, grab the hands, and then you can just lift one leg up, then the other. If you do that a few times each side, at least I always feel a good little workout. Hopefully you do too. You can let me know if you don't, and I'll come up with something a little more challenging for you. That's totally fine. And then whenever you're ready, we'll move into legs up the wall for rest. And a couple little bonus hints here. I like to bring the mat up to the wall for legs up the wall, because otherwise my hips kind of slide away from the wall. And then I like to either bring a blanket underneath. The two oval blocks underneath the hips can feel really good. You can bring a blanket under the neck if you'd like. And we'll do that that piriformis stretch. Right ankle over left thigh, bend the left knee. Few deep breaths. And I'm just going to take a break to give Lou Bob a hand real quick. Don't worry, I promise I'm coming back. All right, and if you've already changed sides, that's great. If not, go ahead and do left ankle over right thigh. And just slide that right leg down to get a good stretch in that hip. And gently release. And you can bring the feet together, knees wide if you'd like. You can also just take the legs wide. That can feel really nice. Just any last little stretches that you'd like before settling into rest. And I'm going to give myself a blanket, it looks like, for under the hips. Yeah. And gently scan the body. Notice where you're holding tension and give yourself permission to let go. Relax any holding in fingers and toes. Allow arms and legs to feel nice and heavy. Relax any holding in glutes and torso. Bring a little space between the teeth. Allow the eyes to rest deeper in their sockets. And let go of any expression you're holding on the forehead. Maybe take a deep breath in and sigh it out. One more time if you'd like. Inhale. And you stay here as long as you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now so I can hit the lights for our friends in class.